June 2026 meeting of the Albany County Planning Board to order. Okay, Brian, Amy, and Tayshawn are here, so we meet our quorum requirements. Michael will not be joining us, and Jeff is not in attendance. Question: do any of the board members have any need to recuse themselves from any of today's cases? And do any of the board members really need to leave before 5 p.m. today? No. Okay. Number 4, meeting minutes. The draft meeting minutes for May 2026 are available for review and are posted on our webpage in draft form. Do we have a motion to approve these minutes?
Make a motion.
A second.
Great. Okay, can we get a motion to move all the referrals with staff opinion of defer to local consideration to the front of the agenda and then vote on them as a group?
A motion.
Second.
Great. Okay, so we will start. Case number 1, or our first case, project name, Hamilton Square redevelopment, applicant, Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture, RM Hamilton LLC. Considerations: area variance request for the conversion of office space in an existing 3-story townhouse to residential studio units. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 488.3 square feet ground floor area, GFA, where 1 per 750 square foot, GFA, is required in the mixed use neighborhood edge MU-NE zoning district. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. There's a bunch of these right in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, second case, project name, Hamilton Square redevelopment, applicants, Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture, RM Hamilton LLC. Consideration: area variance request for the conversion of office space into an existing 3-story townhouse to residential studio units. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 483.3 square feet ground floor area, where 1 per 750 square foot GFA is required in the MU-NE district. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. Next case, project name, Hamilton Square redevelopment, applicant, Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture, RM Hamilton LLC. Consideration: area request for conversion of office space in an existing 4-story townhouse to residential studio and 1-bedroom unit. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 578.7 square feet ground floor area, where 1 per 750 square foot GFA is required in the mixed use neighborhood edge MU-NE zoning district. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. Next case, project name, Hamilton Square redevelopment, applicant, Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture, RM Hamilton LLC. Consideration: area variance request for conversion of office space in an existing 4-story townhouse to 1-bedroom residential unit. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 700 square foot ground floor area, where 1 per 750 square foot GFA is required in the mixed use neighborhood edge MU-NE district. And staff opinion is defer to local consideration. Next case, Hamilton Square redevelopment, Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture, Aram Hamilton LLC. Considerations. Area variance request for the conversion of office space in an existing three-story townhouse to one-bedroom residential units. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 681.7 square foot ground floor area, where 1 per 750 square foot GFA is required in the MU-NE district. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. Next case, Hamilton Square redevelopment. Applicant Sophia Lane, TRW Architecture. Aram Hamilton LLC. Considerations. Area variance request for the conversion of office space in an existing four-story townhouse to one-bedroom residential units. Proposed dwelling unit ratio in this configuration is 1 per 732.5 square feet ground floor area, where 1 per 750 square foot GFA is required in the mixed use neighborhood edge MU-NE zoning district. Defer to local consideration. Because these are grouped as, any of the board members have any questions or comments on any of this?
I mean, I think it's a good thing to restore them to residential.
Okay. Okay, we'll proceed ahead with the rest of the deferred. Project name, dwelling townhouse. Applicant's name is James Ciccarello. Considerations. Proposed construction of a three-story residential building containing three dwelling units, one per floor, each with 2 bedrooms on a vacant parcel. Staff opinion. Defer to local consideration with note number 1. Oh, excuse me, that's our standard note. This project also has an advisory note, number 1. The water and sanitary sewer report states that no sprinkler system is required. The city should ensure whether this is accurate or not. The proposal should be evaluated for emergency services, access, water availability, and any sprinkler system that may be required by the building code.
This is just an infill.
Yeah. Next case, project name, dwelling townhouse. Applicant's name, James Ciccarello. Consideration, proposed construction of a 3-story residential building containing 3 dwelling units, 1 per floor, each with 2 bedrooms on a vacant parcel. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. And again, we have the same advisory note. Number 1, the water and sanitary sewer report states that no sprinkler system is required. The city should ensure whether this is accurate or not. The proposal should be evaluated for emergency service access, water availability, and any sprinkler system that may be required by the building code. Next case. Project name, single family dwelling, applicant Ryan Tollison and McGuire Design Services. Considerations, proposed construction of a single family dwelling with proposed accessory dwelling unit in the basement. Staff opinion, defer to local consideration. This also comes with an advisory note, and number 1 is the referral packet did not include the floor plan for the accessory dwelling unit in the basement. The applicant should be required to provide one prior to the final approval by the city of Albany.
So this is just
This is a single family house over on Aspen Circle.
right, which, I mean, accessory dwelling unit in the basement doesn't sound very attractive.
What is that? I'm sorry.
like a woolen accessory dwelling unit, is not, it's not a full dwelling, traditional dwelling unit, but somebody could still live. Usually these accessory dwellings are proposed as a separate building in the same lot,
Yeah,
as opposed to what's proposed here, which is in the basement.
So probably trying to maybe rent out the basement,
that's what I'm thinking.
right?
Rent out
Like
the basement, or, I don't know.
do like a separate business or something.
Or, or a student apartment maybe, or.
Yeah, they're, you know, to me, this tells me that, you know, this is not an in-law situation.
No.
This is them
Maybe
trying
a
to,
short-term rental.
yeah, they're trying to get. some-
Yeah.
Airbnb.
Yeah,
Could be.
basement opening, yay.
Again, maybe, should they, no. I'm sure they do this, you know. Does this need a sprinkler system or any of that access for,
It would.
if it's gonna be used for a commercial space, then it should be inspected
Yeah,
as a commercial space.
I mean, it just, to me, it just doesn't smack of accessory dwelling.
This is not a commercial use, this would be a residential use.
Right, but if you're renting it out, rentals, people, if this were in somebody's family, they wouldn't have the same safety precautions as you would if you were renting it out.
Right, but we don't, they haven't specified
Yeah.
it's
No,
going to be
but
short-term
it-
rental, but that they're saying this is going to be an accessory dwelling unit.
Yeah, it's just a little strange. I know,
Yeah,
but it just, I'm just very skeptical that this is actually going to be somebody's in-laws or something. That I think it's no.
that's typically what accessory dwellings are used for when it's in the same lot as the building.
Usually it's relative, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your sister needs extra attention, she moves in, everything, everybody's happy, or she's babysitting your kids. I mean, you know, it's that sort of thing. But
I mean,
This-
it could be, I mean, it could very well be that they're using it to rent out, right? So in the argument to that point of like, it not being that, I know that the rules in Albany have been kind of, what's the word? Increased or tightened as it relates to
And
like,
this is construction of the whole building,
right,
so there is definitely going to be inspection for fire code, building code,
Yeah.
and everything, so I
yeah,
believe it's
Okay.
already covered.
okay, so it's not, yeah, so
It's not that they're proposing this as a.
it's a
separate
conversion of
thing.
a basement.
Right, it's not a conversion.
So we're not doing-
it almost reads like that though.
It's just like this old hole boiler,
No.
a bunch of really grubby looking windows, yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, and they're doing that, and then they're like, okay, well, we're gonna make this modification to accessory dwelling unit, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then if it's a new project or current construction project,
Yeah.
the city's gonna come out and inspect it anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then like, if they were going to run it out, supposedly, when the city comes out, they have to go through the proper.
They have to go through the
channels.
proper.
Permit to get, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I will park my old coal boilers.
We'll move on to the next game.
Write that in the minutes.
All right, project name, Wilson subdivision. Applicant, Brian Wilson. Consideration, proposal to divide residence and barns with approximately 15 acres from the existing 15 acre original lot. Staff opinion is defer to local
So
consideration.
they're just basically carving out the
Yeah,
buildings.
probably getting ready to do some state planning or something else. you
Yeah.
know.
I would assume.
Next case, project name, Meyer Camper. Applicant's name is Heather Meyer. Okay, consideration. Proposal for using a 17-foot camper for personal use and Airbnb bookings during the spring, summer, and fall. Staff opinion is defer to local consideration. This project comes with an advisory note. Number one, further clarification should be provided should be provided regarding whether the tool shed and the supply shed access road to the camper are existing or is part of the proposed use. So the town should make sure they know whether the campers or whoever are using it.
Right, we have a map, but it just isn't not clear if the access road is existing, if there's like a gravel road or
Is
anything.
that it there?
Yes, yeah,
And there's no water.
no,
No, there's no water. They're making them bring potable water
Yeah.
and they're gonna have the gray water or septic water pumped from the camper, so they're not hooked up to
To anything.
anything in ground.
guests will be directed to bring in potable water.
Sort of you wonder how much you could get, I'm just wondering how much you can rent that for.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a
No
lot of
water
stuff,
hookups?
but you're also out in the country.
Yeah.
Some people would probably like it, and you have access to, there's, 5,000 acres of state land up in Bern, and there's other land you use, and
So we're talking about, for this, we're talking about the entry way.
yeah, there's gonna be a walking path off the driveway to the camper, and the camper is in the back,
Mhm.
and there's a supply shed and the tool shed, but like Topeka mentioned,
How long is that walking?
No specs.
gonna be about 150 feet at least.
That's what it looks like. And people are gonna drag all their crap through. I'm just like, what?
You're in the woods.
So the comment here is really more about the supply shed in the back and how you access. the
Yeah.
supply shed.
Yeah,
Are they part of the rental or part of the
yeah.
use of the rental,
Is
I
that
guess?
proposed, that existing, is there a gravel road?
Mm.
Just a little clarification of what's existing.
Yeah, what's already there? Yeah,
Makes sense.
okay.
That is the end of the defers.
Yes.
Yep.
Those are all our differs.
Want to vote on that?
Yes, can we
Okay.
have a motion to,
I'll make a motion that we accept, for,
All differs, okay.
all
Yeah.
the defers with your advisory notes?
Okay.
mhm.
I second that motion.
Okay. Next case. Moving on to our modifieds. Project name, Woodlands subdivision. Formerly Wiggin and Grady subdivision. Applicant's name, James Grady, Wiggin LLC. Consideration. Proposal for an 82 lot conservation subdivision comprising of 44 single family units, 7 two-family units, and 6 four-family condominium units. The revised plan includes changes in the road layout and lot arrangements, reducing wetland disturbance. A second site entrance is provided via Dakos or Drive and a new intersection on Wiegand Drive East.
Is there a topo
The topography map,
on the site?
I think it's mostly this. I believe it's included, yeah, you can see the
Underneath.
topography kind of in the maps.
But, okay.
It's there lately,
Yeah,
very lately, yeah. Okay, staff opinion is modify local approval to include notification to the local fire department should be provided to evaluate public safety as well as the adequacy of the ingress and egress for emergency services. 2 advisory notes are also suggested. Number 1, the East Wigan Drive access road as shown in the site plan seems to be proposed via lands of Dacus. It is unclear if this property is part of the project. Note number 2, As per the full environmental assessment form, the project site contains federally listed endangered species such as the northern long-eared bat. Review by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Division of Environmental Permits should be required to determine if permits or additional reviews are required due to wildlife species identified to be present in the project site. Now they reduced the number of units since we saw this. This was a while back, right?
Yes, this is actually the third time we're seeing this on our agenda. I don't think they have reduced the number of lots, but they have minimized the impacts on wetlands significantly.
So this has to comply with the new DEC regulations that are up?
I believe, yes.
I think I remember this one. I think.
I'm gonna just,
No, JD.
I can't see.
Oh, yeah, this is,
All I'm
this is
seeing is the white
Johan's.
dots.
This lot, this lot,
It's the one over there too, 'cause I think
and
we-
there is a piece of land here.
Where's the throughway? Is that the throughway there?
I think it's on the front part,
This,
right?
this
The
side,
bottom.
Yeah,
This-
this one. No, this
That
is,
is, yes,
this
the
is
one
the
you're
throughway?
pointing at is the throughway.
Okay, so the buffer.
yeah,
And what's over here?
Wetland, that's.
yeah, it's.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I think the last time we asked about that, we talked more about the ones in front of the
Now,
wetland.
what's the green shaded area there?
Those
Yeah.
are the buffer areas between the wetland and the buildable lot.
Lots.
Okay. Now, they can't build in the buffer.
No,
Now, shouldn't we have a note saying that everybody, whoever buys a lot here has to be forewarned that they can't build in those buffers? You can't stick a swimming pool in them,
yes.
a shed in them, that you are to stay out of them.
We did have a similar note last time we reviewed this, so one of our comments included, the town should require the applicant to implement physical buffers such as a
Yeah.
split rail fence
Yeah.
to delineate the buildable area from the wetlands, especially for lots that consist large areas of wetland encroachment to limit the wetland disturbance and prevent further development. And so their response is the limits of the adjoining wetlands and associated riparian buffer is noted via signs along the joining lot lines.
Can you
Signs.
Can you zoom in just a little bit? I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I remember this one because we were talking about the size of the lots and then there was no buffers. And we've specifically focused on, can you scroll down maybe? Yeah, keep going. So, because Brian, if you remember those ones in the front, right here, like we were talking about those the last time. Because all of that wetland in the backside,
Yeah.
we were concerned about.
So these people are really buying, some of them are buying some pretty small lots.
Yeah,
Yes,
because they ended up being reduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. since
but they
last-
meet the town standard.
Yeah. That's the last time we looked at it.
You're talking about putting a sign up? Was their response to your fence idea?
Well, the response is the limits of the adjoining wetlands and associated riparian buffer is noted via signs along the adjoining lot lines, meaning on the site plan.
Well, it still gets back to your question, Brian.
It's the plans or the original plan that gets filed has to clearly delineate they are not to build in them. They are not to disturb them. They are
Hi,
not
this is
to,
Johan's with the
you know,
applicant.
as happened in Gilwood a couple of years ago, somebody built a swimming pool in one. This can't be allowed.
No,
We can put in a note, we can put in a second modified note saying that it should be made clear.
Every homeowner who purchases a lot has to sign
it has to sign.
the agreement
Right.
that says, I will not. I know this, I've been told.
But, so let me ask a devil's advocate question on that, but once they sign that agreement, what then prevents them from still doing it?
The The town has to enforce
They could
its stuff.
still try to do it, but you'd have legal recourse.
You'd have legal recourse when you got them in there.
The
They
application-
signed something that said they know it, and now the town could say, tear it down.
We do have somebody here attending, regarding this case, so.
Okay,
Do you have
Yeah, hi.
anything for us,
Yeah.
Joseph?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I'm the
We
engineer.
can't
we
for
don't
hear
get
you.
the audio.
You can't hear me? It's not good. Hello? Give me
I
a
don't
moment.
think you're muted, but we can't hear you.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
You get your sound.
not like, well, I'm lighting up, like it's
I
hearing me, I
think it's
think.
our audio.
Go to, sound.
Hello? No, it's my microphone's working because it's picking up my microphone.
Could you call in with the
Yeah,
number?
sure. Yep.
Try another set of speakers, you know, 'cause sometimes if you play around.
While he's doing that, the only reason I was saying, I mean, I guess it gives legal recourse, I think. My opinion would just be if because we cited it in the last meeting, right?
I guess that question would apply for anything that we're reviewing, that what's stopping anybody from
Yeah.
doing, or like using the accessory dwelling as a short-term rental, but again, the enforcement power is with the town and municipality, but we could definitely add that as a modified language.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling a little more comfortable about the short-term rental because this is new construction, because there's always hurdles for short-term rental that the city has in place. And, you know, the fact is that, they're going to have those approvals and people will call them on it. So I'm not,
No, I'm
but this one's a little different.
yeah, and I'm just asking, like, I'm not one way or the
No,
other,
no,
I'm just asking because
I
we're,
can see this increased buffer area is gonna be hard to keep people out there.
Oh, very much so.
Could you read the note from the last time that we provided to them?
Regarding,
Yeah, the same, the
The
same,
buffer?
yeah,
Yeah,
and so our comment was the town should require the applicant to implement physical buffer such as a split rail fence to delineate the buildable area from the wetlands, especially for lots that consist large areas of wetland encroachment, to limit the wetland disturbance and further prevent any development.
so could you just
Hi,
keep
this is
that
Johan.
same,
Can everyone
because it's
hear
no
me?
different than what you're saying.
No,
Last
it
time.
isn't.
no.
Right, so could you just say in that same, use that same statement? Yeah, and then just say like strongly or something that
Yeah.
emphasizes that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's right. Because they're not proposing it.
We could have that.
Yeah.
Did you get the guy back?
yeah, I think he's here.
Hi, can anyone hear me?
The microphone looks like it's muted up there.
I don't,
I don't know.
Is the volume up on the, you know, so.
is the volume,
Now that gray box.
That gray box underneath the CV has a slash through the microphone.
He's at 315 though.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 315. That's me. Hello?
We still cannot hear
Joe?
you in case you're speaking.
Okay.
Usually come to the meeting.
Well, he's in 315 area code, so he's probably.
Yeah.
in Central New York.
I don't know, should we ask them to send us an email with any questions or concerns?
Yeah, can they use the chat?
Yeah, let's say, because they put whatever they were.
Could you type in the question in the chat, if that's possible?
Okay, sure. I gotta rejoin that.
Said something.
Oh, my goodness. It's not on my end because
Technology's great.
But I think, can we go back, well, we figured that out. Can we go back to the plan? The last time we saw this, there was nothing there, right? So I'm assuming the green, the buffers, what's signifying the buffer, so the green,
Yeah,
those weren't there in the last site plan, I don't think,
Right.
right? So I guess, I don't wanna say our pressure, but our comments seem to have brought some type of presence or awareness or the town,
well, yeah, on
you know what I
paper.
mean?
And I think what we're trying to do is figure out how it can be lifted from just on paper.
I am looking at the previous site plan set that was submitted and it did not include the green
Green
one.
fencing, yeah. But I think, I mean, I guess my thing is like, if we include that language, do you all think that that would be, enough?
Well, I think that the thing about fences is they rot and fall down. And,
There's no obligation to maintain it.
yeah, there's an obligation to maintain it. I mean, I don't have a particular problem with the fence, but I'm really wanting to see something in the property deed that says you can't do this. So. it's
Maybe
really
we should
clear
Hey, am I
that
working
that's
again or no?
compliant.
I'm still not.
Maybe we should ask
We've
that
got him back at least visually.
Hi.
we can waive.
Shall I try this again? I'm just checking. I don't know.
Hello? Hello?
No, that's it.
No?
We still can't hear you. Could you maybe use the chat option if that's possible at all? The buffers will be restricted for each lot.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's.
That's what really what we want.
Yeah, and I mean, the fence is great, and
It said so right.
it's a good idea,
Fine.
but like, in an opinion, the fence will be fine.
Do we still want to add the comment?
So me, yes, just as a, not, I'm not, I think when you.
No, that's fine. You're
But,
you're right.
And he said, New York State DEC did not say
No,
anything for what.
We did. That. Should be provided.
Was that, we got that list design?
Last one.
Yeah, a pre-construction notification for the proposed wetland impacts has been prepared and submitted to Army Corps for review. All correspondence will be forwarded to the town upon receipt. Yes. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds,
That's good. We got what we want.
Yeah, yeah.
I got whatever.
and I would just say, but we could just, like we said, I mean, because really our notes are really just, and I'm sorry if I say it wrong, kind of like an advisement, right? So like, if we put it in there, it doesn't hurt
No,
one way or the other, you know what I mean? So like, I didn't put it in there and then,
if they covered it and if they'll just move right through.
yeah.
Exactly. Last time, or should we say a?
Yes. I would do both. I would do both. I mean, I trust my friend, Joseph. You can't hear, but I think we just, he's saying that. I don't want to say we shouldn't take his word on face value, but it's just that, hey, these are the things we think. If there's no,
It's still, it's right, it's still applicable.
Okay. Okay, that was a comment.
0.45 acres of impact.
It's part of the project here. So the Jocus lot is part of the project. So that was one of your comments.
Right, so they're supposed to.
So number one, you're saying it is part of the project.
It is from.
Yeah.
We could remove that.
We could remove them. Yeah.
We have a question.
No, thank you, or thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
We couldn't hear you.
It's okay. Well,
I think, but to that point, it seems like they're kind of using it. Yeah, yeah, just because even the site, I remember this one, and was like a long conversation last time too. So, I mean, even in the site plan, it's totally different than what it was.
They really,
Yeah.
they really tried.
Not a
He
fan.
says I'll come in person next time.
Okay, can we get a motion to accept our modified language with the additional note?
Motion.
A second.
I agree. All in favor, vote great. Next case.
Okay.
Project eight, Pitt, Ohio, Albany. Applicant, terminal properties of New York, considerations. Rehabilitation and expansion of an existing truck terminal to include select building demolition, building renovation, construction of a building addition or a maintenance shop, replace and relocate a fuel island, repave existing asphalt parking lot, expand parking for employees, and construct stormwater management facility. Jump over to staff opinion. Modify local approval to include note number one. Any wetland disturbance will require notification and review by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for permits under section 404 of the Clean Water Act. Note number two, review by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation to determine potential jurisdiction under bulk petroleum storage regulations and that underground storage tank systems meet both state 6 NYCR Part 613 and federal 40 CFR 280 regulations should be required. Note number three. Any necessary permits to license from NYS, New York State DMV should be required to mitigate potential ground contamination from the material used for the proposed fuel station. Note number four, submission of an agricultural data statement to the town as required by town law for site plan approval of sites within 500 feet of farm operation located in an agricultural district. Also, we have advisory note number one. The town should ensure that a demolition review is provided by the applicant to ensure no hazardous materials are present on site. Existing terminals, that are just making better,
Yeah.
making, expanding and
Yeah.
generally
For me, the
making a
main
little
thing is
better.
the energy of the petroleum products. The transition. That's a big one.
Yes,
Are they expanding it?
Yeah, here,
Yeah.
This part
expanding it
and-
also the future. So.
an additional parking.
Already there.
Yeah, we're taking a tank out, right?
yeah, they've done a traffic study. Quite a few people work.
Yeah. Partial demolition. Fuel oil, is it just a canopy, are they taking the tanks out?
I think they are proposing new.
New tanks. Yes, what I thought. Okay, so, just that whole management of that. So it's the regulations and it's fine.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I concur. Next project.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Seven, room, Cascades Commons, right through coffee stand. Applicant's name, Doug Beechel,
You put the-
Routine New York LLC. That opinion is modified local approval to include review by the Albany County Department of Health for food service and other necessary permits should be required. And also advisory note number one. Number one, as per the short environmental assessment form, the project site contains federally listed endangered species such as the Carter blue and frosted elfin. Reviewed by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, Division of Environmental Permits should be required to determine if permits or additional reviews are required due to wildlife species identified to be present in the project area.
Questions, and the traffic study been done?
I think so. Yes,
Where is Washington Avenue?
Washington Avenue Extension, is this out across it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know where the McDonald's is?
Yeah,
It's next to it.
There was remember they demolished.
they took that one down,
They
right?
took, they're taking one down and putting this in.
Yes, and so it was kitchen 216. Before that, it was a noodle place. Yeah. Yeah, at some point. So, yeah, they would take that whole building down because there's basically issues with the building. It's had trouble since they built it. So they would take this down and put a second there, but not, traffic wise,
So it's a lot smaller structure.
yes. Did you see the one, they just built one? There's one on Central, but there's a new one, like, just opened in, is it East Greenbush?
Oh, really?
Right across from that Stewart's.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one across from there, and it's literally like,
It's like the kiosk.
yeah, like almost like a small version of a Sonics. If you think of Sonics, it's like that, but just a drive. Just. So I was just asking, like, where's Washington Avenue? Is that exit going on to Washington Ave? It's going back to the
It's
other
just
side.
going.
It goes into the, no, yeah, they don't come out of that.
That's the,
Because those are the islands on the inside, like Lou, you know, the parking lanes that went up to the, what is it, Old Navy or whatever that is.
It's not Home Depot and all that.
Yes, yes, that part of it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just, they're just utilizing the existing.
Yeah, they're inside an existing mall with a different use.
Yeah.
No,
No, because that parking lot looks like they had used the same, almost the same parking lot layout.
Yep.
That's already there, and it looks like the building is gonna be at the side. The only reason why I say that is because either both sides, that area, even though it's just Home Depot, can be a madhouse sometimes,
oh, absolutely.
depending on time of day.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
Yeah, so. That's the only reason why I was asking that, because you have McDonald's, which can get crowded. And so I guess my only other question is, which you don't really know, but like. That's why I asked if the traffic study was done, because even coming out of that loop,
Yeah,
how far is the space from people turning in to McDonald's and people coming out? You get
because
what I'm
that
saying?
McDonald's is largely drive-through.
Right.
Yeah, because that drive through the way, if I'm thinking how this is sat on the site plan, basically that drive through is gonna be, unless they're moving it over. That driveway, the exit is gonna be right next to the entrance into the McDonald's.
There is a traffic review.
Yeah,
I think the conclusion is.
But they may probably put like some stop signs there and
The conclusion is that the development will have no notable or significant impact on traffic operations. The proposed development is minor generator of additional traffic that will generally not be noticeable to existing motorists in the area.
Which part was crazy for someone to become.
Yeah, I mean, somebody who mistakenly took the, I went to pick something up at Paris, came out and didn't do what I should have done, which was right along the front of the wall, and they come up the thing, I tried to actually go left out into the main exit, not happening. It was not happening, and this was like midday.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm good with it. I'm just curious.
you were gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah, we should plan. So like, yeah, this is the McDonald's entrance. Yeah. So like, this is the McDonald's entrance. So basically, they're gonna slide the building over, right? And they're gonna throw.
They're gonna come right up.
You see what I'm saying? But what's there to prevent there being? You see what I'm saying?
So where's the McDonald's?
So this is McDonald's,
Yeah,
right? This is their exit and entrance. Well, their exit is here, their entrance is here, right? So this is gonna be the site where the seven would go, right?
and what's the building?
The building's gonna be.
It's gonna be basically in the same place, but they're gonna have to shift it over
Mhm.
to get the drive through whatever in. So my only question is
Oh, so they're.
yeah, so the drive-through would basically come, let's say, here, right? Because they're gonna close off the one exit, right? So the drive-through comes here, and then it's gonna come out somewhere in here.
Right, it's gonna circle right up here, and then you're gonna have this driveway and this driveway.
Yeah,
Right next to
It's
each other.
right next to each other.
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like,
they'll be able to check.
the question is like, is there anything there that would prevent a potential accident? You know, somebody come out of that speeding, is there like stop signs there, stuff like that? Yeah. That's my only question, but I mean, I know the traffic study has been done. But it's just a thought. You know what I mean? Like it's significant, like it's not like we're shifting the building way over and then there's like significant space between both that entrance and exit.
It's
Like
gonna be right.
it's gonna be like next to it. And there's no, it's not like we're talking about a space where there's like traffic lights or something like that. And I'm a resident of Albany and I'm in across these coming all the time. People are speeding in and out of there all the time. So it's not, you know, I'm only bringing it up from past experience. Like it's 7 Blue. It's not Kitchen 216 with limited traffic. It is gonna be,
And the thing is. The traffic. Same.
yes. So,
Like morning. So we
Morning.
just.
yeah, just something that, and I don't know how you define that in language, but just something that, I mean, even if you put a stop sign, like, is there, you know what I mean? Like, if you put some type of stop sign or something there, so that a person isn't
Some traffic control.
mechanism that would prevent somebody from flying out of there and then colliding with somebody turning into them. Because I wouldn't even raise, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even raise this if it was flipped and like people were coming in that way and then going out the other way. Yes,
Expect,
yeah.
so, yeah. Good catch.
And I would also say, like, if this wasn't a 7 Brew and 7 Brew wasn't popular, I probably wouldn't even be, you know what I mean?
But you know it's gonna be biased.
Yeah. They're popping up everywhere. I'm sorry,
I'm trying to.
format. Sorry, go be good.
No,
Perhaps the city should look at the,
where exactly are you saying this traffic control?
well, we.
So it looks like they're gonna put one there, but cause on the plan, it says stop, right? So it probably is gonna go there, but I wanna make sure that they actually put it there because, you know, in some developments still, the stop sign is like very miniature
Yeah,
or not there at all. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but the, and really what we're talking about is
They
they,
would say a stop sign on the road should be
Yeah, this should be,
Signs.
because let's say like over there, they have like, there's the bus stops, people are walking. So there's multiple things to factor in, like traffic turning in and out,
Pedestrian safety.
pedestrian safety.
right? And what he's bringing up is you have enough congestion possibly with the McDonald's driveway. If somebody gets confused, they drive in this one when it's always out.
Yeah,
You know, you're looking at, you have the combination of two. You know, you've got a slight corner here. You got this, the coffee's gonna come out. You right over here, we got McDonald's going in.
Right.
Right?
And for example, I'll give you an example. So like that driveway is not big enough. So basically that line always protrudes out at certain busy times. So I can imagine that somebody's gonna make a quick dart at somebody going into McDonald's and somebody's coming out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do there too.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. It's just like the traffic study
the
says.
direction's gotta be clear.
Yeah,
And the exit, and traffic.
Yeah.
So a stop sign or a traffic control measure should be.
At the
Can
exit.
you blow up that
At the
area that?
At the exit, which is adjacent to. McDonald's entrance.
and I would also say the same measures that they're taking at this stop sign with the crosswalk measure, they
Yeah,
need to do on the other end at the other side. Not a stop sign, but pedestrian safety on the other end. On the other entrance way. Can you scroll over to the
So
other,
every-
yeah, the entrance going in? I'm sorry, thank you. You see what I'm saying?
They should have.
There should be some
pedestrian
pedestrian stuff,
crosswalk there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause if not, it'll just be an opening like McDonald's is on the other end.
And then you get just a gotcha.
Sorry, I know it's probably supposed to be simple.
No, this is.
I live in Albany and I'm in cross these comments all the time.
hey, you're there, you're a user.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna use 7.
And you know what, you just kind of destroy them.
So our, this is advice right now. So say a stop sign or a traffic control measure should be considered at the exit that is adjacent to McDonald's to avoid congestion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then,
To avoid congestion and to ensure traffic safety.
check, yeah. That's really the issue. There's two driveways right next to each other and you're coming in. You know, your instinct is to go into the one that's on the right side and that's not what you're supposed to do.
You got it?
Okay.
And then the pedestrian walkway. There's just pedestrian striping for the entry area. There's nothing indicated. Right? Isn't that the opening? So pedestrian crosswalk. Marked.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay.
Hey,
I make a motion.
Yeah.
Second.
and with our new and additional advisory notes. Okay.
Hope you dog the chat, 7.
Next case, project name, NYSTRS parking lot expansion. Applicant, Tyler Garrity, NYSTRS. Considerations, expansion of an existing surface parking lot at the New York State Teachers Retirement System office building, adding 113 new parking spaces. The project also includes associated site improvements such as grading, drainage, and landscaping.
I have a question. I mean, just that whole.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, parking hell. But I understand that they are a little short of spaces for this particular building. Is there any way we can inject something about, charging stations? About charging stations?
Sure. And advisory notes,
Yeah,
have a pinch or.
because we're talking about 113 paved spaces in a
We can.
area
certainly
that's
add
got
that into the-
incredible amount of pavement,
Yes,
most of which goes unused.
now is the time to do it.
That will be used there, but-
Okay,
Okay, staff opinion, modified local approval to include notification of the application should be sent to the town of the colony, including all required notices pursuant to GML, section 239 double Ns. And now we're gonna add an advisory note about,
Charging station.
yes,
yes. Yeah, because we're talking about bike racks and stuff, so,
yes,
I mean, it's nice. I mean, where we are currently.
okay. Give stand or a motion to accept our revised. I can. Next case. Raising Cane's applicant, Raising Cane's Restaurants, LLC. Consideration, proposal for construction on the 3,500 square foot restaurant building with a dual drive or drive-through lane, parking improvements, and a patio for outdoor seating. That opinion is modified local approval to include a notice of intent filed with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation affirming that a stormwater pollution prevention plan has been prepared and is being implemented, or submission of a stormwater pollution prevention plan SWIP that is consistent with the requirements included in the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Speedy General Permit for stormwater discharges, GP 0-25-001. For construction activities that disturb more than 1 acre of land should be required prior to final approval. Note number 2, review by the Albany County Department of Health for food service and other necessary permits should be required. Note number 3, notification of the application should be sent to the Village of Colony, including all required notices pursuant to GML section 239 double N.
No, it's not a town.
That's what I thought.
So we can find if we raise the comment.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay. I actually heard the planning board.
Okay.
It seems fine. Really. I mean,
Where it belongs.
they're taking down a bigger building, putting in a smaller one.
Yeah.
They were really clear about what their needs were.
What's the going? Sorry.
It's where the, old, 99 used to be in.
Oh, I'm going from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're putting in a smaller building. My understanding is most of their businesses drive through, so they're not really concerned. In fact, I think they're gonna end up banking some of those parking spaces because.
Yeah.
They were very clear. They said, well, you know, we usually end up using about 30 some odd parking spaces, like the town requirement was 50 some odd. They said, you know, they've got room to bank, so they can do that.
Yeah, I mean,
There are lots of these in a lot of other locales.
yeah, and they are using pretty much the same existing
Yeah,
platform.
yeah.
They're just
I
adding-
mean, it's all developed, yeah, except for a bunch of them.
Right. And then it's
Right.
being used as a restaurant, it's gonna be used as.
Yeah. I make a motion.
I second,
I concur.
I think that's-
not gonna get in the way of your opinions or something.
And eat more chicken.
Right.
Project name, crisis intervention. Rehabilitation support service. Consideration. Proposed construction of the 3,870 square foot intensive crisis stabilization center supporting New York State licensed stabilization program. The applicant is appealing a permit denial related to zoning and seeks the required zoning approvals and variances for permit issuance.
This is in the big, I call it medical palace up there, the 7-Eleven at 7.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah. So they're just going in there, right?
yeah,
Modified local approval to include review by the New York State Office of Parks and Recreation and Historic Preservation for the potential impacts on an archaeological and historic resources should be required prior to final approval.
The objection.
Well, the new updated zoning, but, town colony does not allow this news, which is why they're testing for the section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't an approved use.
In Portis. Okay, so, I mean, it is entirely an medical facility.
Yes,
Before that, it's like, what's the zone, what is the zone for, I'm sorry?
it is zoned for commercial office residential.
Yeah, and right now, this is on the Troy Schenectady Road. So if you come like from the north way and you start heading west towards Schenectady.
Yeah.
It'll be on your right hand side. They
Where the Stewart's is, that old one we're seeing.
there's an old Stewart's, there's a Stewart's practically, it's actually in their park.
Yeah, is that the same?
Yeah, it's that big brick building.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, couple stories, oceans of parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to have a lot more doctors in it. A lot of them moved out. So this is probably a way to utilize space.
Yeah.
Do we have
Motion.
a motion?
Second,
I concur.
Space.
Our last case, project name, Vienna, Crossfield. Applicant's name, Vienna University.
oh,
Consideration, proposal for a synthetic turf athletic 750 seat grandstand with a 420 square foot press box and separate 2880 square foot support building for restrooms and concessions along with associated improvements. Staff opinion, modified local approval to include notice, or number one, notice of intent filed with the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, affirming that a stormwater pollution prevention plan has been prepared and is being implemented, or submission of a stormwater pollution prevention plan, SWIP, that is consistent with the requirements included in the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Speedies General Permit for stormwater discharges GP-0-25-01. For construction activities that disturb more than 1 acre of land should be required prior to final approval by the town. Note number 2, review by the Albany County Department of Health for water supply, wastewater discharge, and other required permits should be required for the proposed restrooms. Increasing their athletic area.
basically what they have right now is a natural turf
Yeah.
field and they're replacing it with
Synthetic person.
synthetic turf. They've got a synthetic turf next to it.
Yep.
And they're gonna add this new one.
Yeah.
And,
Along with restroom.
along with restrooms and stuff, because they're really. If there's any teams you want, even, changing rooms and stuff, they would be close on it.
Right.
They're doing that. So the big discussion, because I was at the meeting when this was presented, the big discussion was really around whether they're gonna have tournaments with a lot of traffic. And they said no, because there's only 2 fields, so that's not enough
Right.
to really attract.
Right.
What is this out on your campus again?
This is on Sienna,
No, but I know that part, but like, where is it located?
like off Spring Street, I
Um.
think that's where it is.
Off in the back by their gym,
Yeah,
It's this,
back in
in the corner.
the athletic area,
Yeah. I mean. You'd say that would be their property. We have it.
I'm sure it's
Need to
needed.
have a field already
The
there.
main issue, really, you know, for the neighbors is like the lighting and not talking about. So, if there's some houses,
Yeah, on that back side.
on the backside.
There's a tree line there, right? Or is it?
Yeah, there's a bit of a tree line, but I mean,
Same light.
if you get tall stadium lights,
It's not gonna work
it's not gonna work, but they're not proposing that, so,
right now.
yeah, right now,
I'm gonna do
that could be a fight for another day.
it next time we meet.
So do we have a motion?
I motion.
Second,
Concur.
Also, we should have.
Be bringing coffee.
Seven word.
it's good.
Okay.
More angry.
Okay, unfinished business, none, new business. The next meeting of the Albany County Planning Board will be on Thursday, July 16th, 2026, and the deadline for municipalities to submit referral items for review will be July 6th, 2026. And our next course of business is to adjourn.
I motion.
Second.
We're adjourned.